Going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Profiling Passionate People. I'm your host, Solomon Ladvinka. It's episode 2. It's Profiling Passionate People, and it's Feel Good Friday. So you know we got to drop it for you. That's the latest from POETIC Sections. Dropping that one. It's Party All Time. And let me go ahead and buzz him in here. And Mr. Poetic, are you there? Are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How you doing, brother?
Doing good, man. How you doing?
I'm doing well. So, give a little backstory of how we met. So, as you guys saw, if you were following the stories from, I think it was like 2 weekends ago or so, this dude opened up the show, an artist showcase over at the Downey Brewing Company. And instantly, all 4 artists did their thing. This dude opened up, had no jitters whatsoever, shut it down. But, sir, I got to ask you, what's the story? Where are you from?
So I'm from Prince George's County, Maryland. That's that's like the outskirts of DC. I've been in LA for about 3 years. I moved out here in January 2019. Came out here with a dream, and I learned a lot. I went through the ups and downs. I'm still going through the ups and downs of just understanding this industry, understanding how to move as an artist professionally. The behind closed doors to kind of keep me from eating, keep food in my stomach and keep the lights on. I was a barber. I was blessed enough to work in a shop where, a lot of people that was in the music industry, came and got their hair cut. So just me cutting certain A&Rs and cutting this guy who was the president of this label, just having a genuine conversation, just collecting some game from him, yeah, I'm just right now. I'm an indie artist. I audio engineer my own music. I write my own music. I direct my own videos. And until other more experienced, people can come in my life and help me out. I'm just kind of just going off my own thoughts right now. I'm just having fun. It's like arts and craft right now. So.
And honestly, hearing you on the records, hearing you on all social media platforms, when you listen to your music from there and then listening to it in person, like it just flows. It sounds perfect. It sounds really identical. And how you carry yourself, man. And like you had mentioned earlier, you be rubbing elbows with certain people and it could lead to opportunities. And that's why I said, when we had met, I was like, man, this dude rapping and flowing, he got the crowd going, and it's just like, what, let me see if you'd be willing to come on here. So much appreciation for that. But so tell me, how many songs have you produced? Because I've got right here Party All Time, Needs and Wants, F You Poem, Paint a Love Scene, Karma. Sky's the limit right now.
All those songs was recorded in my bedroom.
Wow.
Literally I got my home studio. It's set up by my bed. I purposely, this is the best situation I'm living in right now in LA, but I purposely kind of like make myself uncomfortable just so, I don't get caught up in a lifestyle. Like I said, I do cut hair to, just try to keep money flowing and make my investments into my music, but I don't want to get caught in as a barber. So it's just like, make it uncomfortable. Let's just still get it to feel like we're getting it out the mud. I don't care if I have $1 billion to my name. I'm still want to keep that mentality because that's what keep me going. So like all them songs are just recorded in my bedroom. In my computer, my files, I have over 400 songs, and that's just becoming the passion of just just coming from where I come from. Like it's not really promoted to go be an inspiring artist unless you're just born with the God-given talent. I kind of really wasn't born with the talent. I had to just work hard and just through the passion and the ear that I was blessed with. I just worked hard and just believed in myself. It's progression. So I feel like in life, anything that don't have no progress is dead, and in small progress is better than no progress. So I saw progression. I believed in myself. The odds was against me in my environment, but yeah. So and that's just how we just doing it.
I mean, like we were talking, you have a story right now, and obviously, unfortunately not selling out stadiums yet, but you got to start
Yeah,
off at some point. So,
yeah, for
obviously,
sure.
Downey Brewing Company was a great venue, a little bit smaller on the
Absolutely,
side, but how did you
absolutely.
come in contact with the lead promoter, Franchise GQ?
Well, I came in contact through Cloudy the Weatherman. That's actually a good friend of mine's brother for real. Like I said, working in that barber shop, he came in that barber shop, and he was only 16 at the time. I hate to put his age out there, but his age and his maturity is not at the same. So, he was 16. We was vibing. I always kind of like gravitate to the youth. I know what it feel like to be young and just be like I kind of grew up and had to learn a lot of things on my own, just off my own experiences, off my own mistakes. So if I can always be a guide to the youth, I'm gonna just be the guide to the youth. Like that's just my thing. You know what I'm saying? So, but he was always ahead of his time. We kind of like separated, and he just called me out of the blue, popped up on my crib, and then he telling me, "Oh, I make music." And I'm like, "Okay, let me hear your stuff." And he like, our sounds is a lot similar. So it was just like I always look at things like everything gonna fall into place when it need to fall into place. So that's how we became in contact. He flew me in with him. He let me perform at the show. It was a good vibe. They got me aware of what's going on with their system, their setup with the NFTs, and it was just like, dang, I need to get on board. So I felt home. I'm actually grateful though. Like I said, this still is a journey. This is my first interview. That was like one of my fifth, sixth shows that was my second show that I opened up for. So it's like you said, we ain't selling out no stadiums, but we having fun, enjoying the process of everything. Like, you know, cherish every moment of it.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, you look at all these big name artists and like what we had talked about in person, but I'll
Right.
put it out there for the web. You got to start off somewhere and you got to open
Absolutely.
up. One of the most, I mean, obviously I got no rap talent, but one of the most inspirational photos that I see I think is Jack Harlow's photo. I think it's like Coachella of 2019. There was maybe like 50 scattered people, and then
Right.
now this dude is like selling out stadiums.
Right.
So, if
Absolutely.
you can just get that one shot, and this is
Yeah.
what you said, your sixth or seventh venue that you've already gone to, it's only sky's the limit. And the more
Absolutely.
hungrier that you become and stay on top of your craft, it is sky's the limit. But yeah, so really quick, I want to
Absolutely.
go over that lineup though. So
Okay.
you opened up, there was Ganesh right after.
Right.
Cloudy the Weatherman, we're gonna be bringing him on next, and then closing
Right.
it out was Tech NFT 47. So
Right.
I posted some videos already online. I'll go ahead after this one and post some more,
Mm-hmm.
but that way you guys get a little snippet of what he's got, what all
Mm-hmm.
these four artists have got. But
Absolutely.
again, just controlling the crowd, how you guys were able to do your thing,
Mm-hmm.
come out in your swag, and of course, these people don't know your music, but it just seemed like they were just vibing, just having a good time that night.
Yeah, and I think that's where we all, I think as artists, we all want just people to know us when we're there. But I think that's the whole beautiful thing of it. Like a person don't know you, but you make them get to know you, make them like you. You know what I'm saying? And then you just gain a new fan. Like that's the whole thrill of just being an artist. Just keep gaining new. I look at your music is like your personality. So it's like you gaining a new friend. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, y'all didn't know each other. They don't know who you are, but you do your job and you do it well. You deliver your music well. Then next thing you know, you got a fan for a lifetime. So
Yeah, and that's the thing, like we were talking about. You got to start off somewhere. It's
absolutely.
obviously this generation is digital media. It's who you
Mm-hmm.
know and bumping into, the right people. And I mean, you
Mm-hmm.
already got. I mean, what is it? You've got already 6,900 followers
Mm-hmm.
on IG alone. I mean, I'm sure the streams are all way up there as well. But the more content you put out, I mean, you got 400 songs in that. In that computer of yours,
Yeah.
I can sense the hunger. I can feel like how badly you want this. And,
Yeah,
a simple retweet, a simple post, just, anything, it's sky's the limit. But
definitely.
how your music is delivered and how you rap and how you do the delivery, I mean, it
Mhm.
just sounds like the passion is just pouring out of you.
Yeah, yeah, man. It's shit. It's either do or die at this point. Like This is what I want to do. This is, of course we got to make it make sense. We gotta manifest the dreams into reality, but we gonna continuously do it and we gonna figure it out. It's like the passion is what keep it going. If I'm not passionate about something, then it's like no point of me putting my energy into it because eventually the water gonna run dry. So
Absolutely. Now, I
yeah.
mean, like I said, present time right now from 2019, how has that journey been going for you?
Man, okay, so
I know we getting deep here.
so okay, like all right, me as an artist, and I'm gonna tell you why I had 400 songs in my computer. Me as an artist, I wasn't really going to the studio that a lot when I was at home. Like I go every now and then. However, I would write every day. Literally, I would write every day. I go to work, may roll something up, get my mind right, and I put on the beat and I write. And then it got to a point as I'm writing or rehearsing, literally every day. And then it got to a point where okay, I came out here and it was like, okay, well, let me start going more to studios. And I mean, my sound, I believe that my sound is a little unique, where I at least have a way how I want my sound to be heard. And man, I went through like 7 different engineers and we just couldn't get the sound right. It just couldn't sound right. And like, I mean, to the point one session, I had to like walk out of my session because, I'm so passionately there with my music and it's just not hitting. It's just like, it just, I just got in my feelings. So I left. So,
When you know,
uh,
you know.
yeah, and I ain't want to come off like that, but like it's just my spirit just wasn't resonating with it. So I know I have a couple friends, they into film and they was going to LA film school. And they just one day was like, man, why you try to go to the recording school? Like that just makes sense. So I was like, okay, like I said, I was still working as a barber and I went to school. I was in school for about 2 months. And it got a little overwhelming. I'm not gonna lie, like trying to maintain my business and go to school and try to balance that out and still like, get enough sleep for me to, but then, the mental strength of me, I was just going to just keep riding it out. I was just going to do it because I just don't really believe in quitting, even when I feel like I should quit, but and universe always had my back going on. 2020 come, I was in school, I was able to get my equipment. But like I said, I was getting a little bit overwhelmed, and then Corona came and shut everything down. So at that time, that was the time where everything was shut down. But I was able to just like hang around certain people that was kind of in the industry. That was that was engineers, and like they used to just let me just be in the studio with them. I just watch them, and just get motivation. And then like couple of situations where I was homeless twice out here, like. I was like, shoot, I was just bouncing house to house, just hopefully couldn't sleep outside. To the point, I slept in my car for a little bit. And it was just, I believe like if it wasn't for me being in them uncomfortable situations, that's what pushed me to be an engineer. Like it was just like one day I was just frustrated, just everything was going on. And I just like looked at a YouTube video, like, how do you do this on this program right here? How do you do this? And like it just one day I got my sound working, and then after that it was just a wrap. Like I was just recording every day to the point
Take
that's just
off from
like
there.
like if I ain't record today or listen to some songs and try to track things, like I don't, it's like I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do. So it just was on from there. So like from 2019 to now, like 2019, 2020 was me trying to just figure it out. Like, okay, are you gonna do music? And if you're gonna do it, you need to take it seriously. Like, okay, you can be a barber, but you could have been a barber at home, like what are you
Yeah.
gonna do? So 2021 came and my cousin, he does clothes. He's actually my stylist. So, he moved out here and he just always kind of been like a little bit more tapped in with more people just through his craft. He was a little bit more experienced. So he started attracting, a lot of people from home, but a lot of people that was like doing things in the industry. Like, a lot of people that's working as A&Rs, working as producers, working as DJs. And at that point, I just was like in school, like I'm just learning. Like you don't even have to teach me nothing. I'm just learning, just watching you how to move, watching other artists how they move. And then that's when it just like, at that point I just put all my eggs into like, all my eggs into the basket. Like, all right,
Yeah.
I'm going full force with it. Like if I put all my energy into this, universe gonna meet me halfway, you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
like I said, like I look at life as a flower. You know, you go through a dirt stage, soil stage, but you gotta keep watering that. You gotta keep watering that soil. Eventually, you're gonna get a leaf.
I
You
like
see a
that.
leaf, you know for sure things gonna grow. You're gonna get your fruits from this labor. So I feel like I'm at like my leaf stage right now, but I'm gonna keep watering, keep making sure that soil is at its utmost healthiest state, so this it can keep growing. And that's where we at with it right now.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it a little bit, and I played a little snippet before you had jumped on
Right.
online with me. But what would you say is your style of music? I know it's got a little rap, a little R&B action to it,
Mm-hmm.
but I mean, it's got your
Mm-hmm.
specific sound to it, and that's what I love about it.
Thank you, thank you. I could say my music is I say trap soul.
Rap
I don't
soul.
think
Okay.
that's a actual genre yet, but I would like to be one of those artists to contribute. I'm pretty sure when rock first came out, they wasn't really like what is rock, but it was people that made rock what it is. So I say it's trap soul where it's not too much R&B, but it's not too much rap. It's a smooth melodic. It's soulful. Because it's coming from experiences. Like every song's an experience, or it's something. It was some type of vision I seen, that I witnessed with my physical self that I was able to put in a song for, it's an art form, but it's kind of like where, so it's going to hit your soul, regardless of what I'm speaking on, it's going to hit your soul. So that's why I say it's trap soul, but I'm not, I'm not Beyonce or, Brian McKnight, you know what I'm saying? So, I add the auto-tune sound to it. I like the auto-tune sound. I feel like, it's just a different genre, and that's what it is.
And that's what makes you you. But
Yeah, absolutely.
before we had came on the record, though, did you mention a little something that you and Cloudy are tag teaming on something?
Yeah. Me and Cloudy, we got some fire coming out. Like we got some fire, and then we at the point now where like right now we just making songs, but I think that like the natural chemistry is there. It's like, yo, we're gonna have to solidify something. Like we're gonna have to, put us a cool little mixtape or something together, EP together, get it like get some visuals going, because we got some good chemistry. We got some good chemistry. Like definitely it's
There,
coming real soon.
there,
Real
there
soon.
you go. I mean,
Absolutely.
give the people what they want, but again, you
Absolutely.
got to stay hungry, keep doing your thing. But yeah, to follow
Absolutely.
him, IG, you can follow him on Poetic, so POETIC SINC, and it's got
Yeah.
links to all of his social medias as well. Give him a like, give
Absolutely.
him a follow, give him a
Yeah,
retweet.
absolutely.
But this dude, I'm sure you'll be posting, when you'll be doing some open mics. That way, the people can come
Yeah.
check you out as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes.
Cool.
Yes, sir.
All right, y'all. All you gotta do is stay tuned. But that's conclusion of episode 2 of Profiling Passionate People.
Yeah.
That's Poetic Sections. I'm Solomon
Yes, sir.
Ladvinka. You guys continue to stay passionate. Thank you,
Hey.
sir.
All right. Thank you.